Hey there everybody, welcome back to Minifig Monday. This is going to be the end, probably, of the Knight saga. I've done a lot of Knight figures at this point, and yeah, this is the most different of them. LEGO calls this the Knight Protector. So, there's a double meaning. She's obviously technically a Knight figure, and she's also a protector of the darkness of the night. It's not entirely clear, but here she is, very different to the other ones that we've talked about on the channel, and probably the last one I will pick up, mostly because the other ones will most likely, I know they're gonna make more. They make a lot of Knight figures in the blind bags, and this is one of the coolest ones for sure. But they're gonna they're gonna put them in the boxes, which is not fun. You know, rifling through the boxes, there's like these scales and things, you have to weigh them, and there's like codes. It's not fun. When you take away the bag aspect, it removes the fun of it, you know? You want to feel what you're getting, you want to know what you're going to get, and with the boxes, you don't. And yeah, that's not the greatest, but you know, it is better for the environment, whatever. It's just, you know, lamer, so whatever you feel in the boxes, that's fine. But this is a fantastic figure. This is from Series 22 from 2022, and it's the most colorful of the Knights so far. So we've seen, I'll go through a rapid fire. We've got the traditional Knight from Series 9. That's the Knight. That's the one you think of when you think of a Knight. Series 7's Dark Knight. So here he is, evil. There's a lot of evil ones. So Frightening Knight from 15, kind of not evil but just mean. There's the Tournament Knight from Series 20. It's hard to keep track of all of them. He's got the best sword of all of them for sure. Definitely a favorite of mine. Got Fright Knight from 19, very evil. This one's straight up just a ghost. So yeah. And then we got Vampire Knight from the newest series, 25. Great figure. I got that one for free, so that's really good. And then this one, which is a girl in a costume, Knight of the Yellow Castle from series 23. So yeah. And then this one is the newest one that I picked up, and I'm glad Bricks and Minifigs had it because I was looking for this exact one. Paid $7, and you can't find her anymore, not in stores, so you're gonna have to go online to get her. It's very different of a design. Like, it's almost like a sci-fi woman, which is really cool. Like, she is a knight. Like, she's dressed in armor, but it's not what you think. It's hard to explain. It's almost like a fantasy sci-fi mash. It's cool. But let's talk about her accessories. She comes with the butter knife sword, which one of my good friends likes to say. That's actually the name of this particular sword, apparently. It's in translucent purple, so that's the first time it's been in this color. Other knights that I have, the ones I just showed, some of them come with the same sword piece. I think it would have been better if they gave her this piece, this jagged, huge, just weird-looking sword. I think it's from Prince of Persia, which is a really cool theme from the 2000s. Yeah, I think it would have been a little bit cooler to have this sword in place, but, you know, this is a nice sword piece. You get an extra one, and it looks really nice in this purple color as she almost falls over. But yeah, this is a really cool sword. It's just, at this point, I have a lot of it, and it's a little common, but it is nice to get. The other thing I think is more unique, it's the shields, which all the knights have shields, pretty much. But this one is the most different, where it's like completely see-through, and it's purple, and it's got tons of printing with like runes, and it's just very cool. It's got a giant moon logo, and I'm guessing this character, there's no real backstory. It's just she is a young woman who I'm assuming is like powered by the power of the moon, and she gets like these powers, and I'm guessing this suit is like fused to her body maybe, and she has this translucent weapons and no helmet. It's just different, you know? I do have one of these pieces in purple, It's one of the dimensions pieces, one of the few dimensions parts that I have that's remaining, and it's the clock printed piece. It goes on the main dimensions thing. It's broken, but you get the idea. Same piece, but not as cool. Yeah, the printing is just so sharp. It's so well designed. That's the thing I like about this figure. It's very well made. Um, it's blurry, but you can kind of see, yeah, the shield, it's just very well printed is what I'm getting at. It's very well done, and it looks great in her hands, but I'm gonna have to take some stuff off so you can see all this printing. There is a ton of stuff, and this is an original character, which is really cool. I mean, most of the minifigures, in fact, all of them are original characters, pretty much. They're like one-offs, you know. All these knights are just one-off characters. They're not going to do them again, which if you want to get these knight figures, you better get them now, because if you don't, they're just going to shoot up in price. Some of them have already, like the tournament knight, for example. But anyway, this is a great figure. I love the coloring is so different. It's a like sci-fi knight. It's cool. When I first saw this figure, I didn't think much of it. But when I started to look closer, I realized I'm gonna have to get this one because it's a knight in the line. I'm gonna have to get her. And I genuinely love the design. Like, it's just so different from the other ones. You got this jewel in the center. Tangent. This jewel, it's fantastically printed. It looks 3D, but it's not. That's how well it was printed. Tons of colors. It reminds me of the Jafar headdress piece. That Jafar figure is phenomenal, by the way. And you need to get it if you're a Disney fan, because it's awesome. But that figure had the headdress with the jewel in the middle, and it looked so good. Even though it was not like a physical thing, it looked real. Like it looked like it was. And this is the same thing. And I love the way that the armor looks. It's kind of boring-ish, like the light gray armor color, but they splash it with purple, and it just looks so gorgeous, you know, like the colors. She got pink gloves and dual molded arms, 2 different plastics on there. She does not have dual molded legs, which is a little bit lame, but it doesn't matter that much. Her hairpiece is beautifully colored with the teal. I think that's what makes her stand out the most from the other knights, because they all have helmets, so you can't really see their face. Whereas this one does not have a helmet, and you can see her whole face, which is cool, and her hair. The hairpiece is amazing. I don't have this hairpiece. Well, that's a lie. I do have this hairpiece, but it's brown. It's for Hermione. But I think in this color, it just looks so much nicer. It makes it pop, you know, with the purple already, it's really well colored, and then you've got the teal, which makes it look even cooler, in my opinion. Leg printing is great, lots of chainmail, they got the belts, lots of rune designs on the armor, the front and the back, nice belt with the moon logo, the moon motif. There's a big moon, like, what's the word? There's a big moon emphasis. She's powered by the moon. So yeah, that's probably the case. There's no backstory. You have to basically make up your own backstory, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I think this character is powered by the moon itself, and when she gets that power, she can then manifest this armor, these weapons, and maybe her hair glows too. Maybe this is not her true hair color. Maybe it's like, I don't know, blonde or brown or pink, I don't know. Just awesome to get. Her face design is great too. She has this confident kind of fighting face, and then it's kind of hard to see. It's not focusing, but she does have stardust around her eyes, which is really cool. It's like glittery silver dots. It's just very nice. It's very welcomed. Like it's just so cool. It just stands out really well. Nice cheekbones, cool lipstick color, and she does have a second face. If I can get the hair off. Sorry, this figure is kind of still new at the time of this. Let's take a look at the hair. The hair is great. It's a really sweet piece. Unfortunately, the hair is long in the back, it covers up a lot of the back printing, so it's a little bit of a hindrance in that regard, but the design of the hair is just so beautifully done. It's very well sculpted, is what I'm trying to say. Another face, it is happy. Again, what is with the focus today? Okay, there. It's kind of focusing. Okay, there we go. Kind of. There we go. It's just hard to, doesn't want to focus today. There. So you can see the more of that stardust, and she's smiling. Very nice. I'm guessing that's when she defeats her enemies. That's what that face is probably for. And you can see another moon symbol on the back. Lots of white rune detailing. Just so much detail, which is so nice. Nothing on the back of the legs. I'm guessing in the future, LEGO will probably make printing for the back of the legs. I don't see it happening for a long time, but it's possible. I just don't see it happening. But yeah, as she falls over, here is the look of that hair. The other face. So yeah, if you just want to see the other face, there you go. And I love this figure. I love the name. I love the design. The design, it's just so, it just stands out from all the other knights in a good way. I love that all these knights are so different. They're so, like, there's a knight for everyone. Like, if you want a little girl dressed up in a costume, you got one. If you want a straight-up evil vampire, there's one for you there. If you want a traditional knight, we've got one. And if you want one like this, more sci-fi, more imaginative, more creative, this is one. This is it. The Knight Protector. That's such a cool name, too. Yeah, I love this figure. Hands down the best from Series 22. Probably the only one I'll get. I don't really care that much about the other figures, to be honest. Like, this one is the one I needed to have. And she's going to go proudly on the wall next to the other ones, for sure. And I consider her a hero. So she's going to go opposing the villains. I have 4 evil knights now and 4 good ones, so it's kind of cool to have the match of good and evil. Yeah, any other knights that LEGO comes out with, I probably won't get just because they're in the boxes. I don't care to feel through the boxes. I don't want to rip them. I don't care to... I'm pretty much done buying CMFs, and like, in store. I don't want to do the box thing. It's not fun. So, yeah, it's not fun anymore. But, yeah, that's it for the Knight Protector. Let me know what you think. Do you like this one? Do you think it's not as good? Do you like the more, like, fantasy aspect of it? Do you prefer, like, more of a normal knight design? And I'm not talking about, like, I'm not talking about the medieval sets that they've done. I'm talking about just the individual blind bag figures. And even if I won't get future ones, I'll still share my thoughts on them, because I like that they're doing all these knight figures. As a kid, I would have loved to have all these. There was no knight figures when I was a kid. Like, there was no blind bags figures with these, so that was kind of lame, but now they're coming out with them. I'm glad to have all of them at the moment. That's it. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Let me hear your thoughts down below, good and bad, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.